Good evening, folks. What's going on? What's up, Zem? What's up, Eva? Hi, everybody. Happy, God, what day is it? Wednesday. It's gotta be Wednesday. Hard to remember what day it is if we're not playing Wrath of the Righteous anymore. Good evening, Deep Thought. Hope we're all doing well. I am good. I am out of it, frankly. I am so tired. I've had a busy couple of days, and then today I went for a long jog, which might have been a little much for my ragged body to handle. And then I was taking the kids all over the city for different things, so yeah. I'm full of good food and good drink, so I have that powering me at least. Yeah. Even you said the evil is defeated, yet he sits before us. Good evening, Arcane. Deep in mourning from land deprivation. I get it. I understand. I understand. It's gonna be a tough adjustment. It's gonna be, well, I mean, it's a brave new world, really. Hang on. How when did we start? I mean, it was 16 streams. 16 streams is a lot. We don't have a ton of games that go for 16 streams. Hang on one sec. It's coordinating something. Sorry. Stuff continues to occur. Seeing a good drink out of tamarind flavored Smirnoff. Nice, very nice. I may just putting it out there, just as a preview, because I know people really care about this. I have laid hands on my first whiskey. I'm not a big whiskey drinker, but I'm choosing to branch out, so I may be coming to subsequent streams with some whiskey drinks in the near future. Okay, anyway, like I was saying, Wrath of the Righteous ran 16 nights, which is it ain't nothing. We started Wrath of the Righteous. March 18th. So we had been playing Wrath of the Righteous for just over a month. I'm also curious, while I'm here, I'll be able to search. I want to know how many series we've done that have gone to 16. Let's see. Wrath of the Righteous. Yakuza 0. Oh my god, there's an issue of the Power Hours that went to 16. That's absurd. Bloodborne, Horizon Zero Dawn, Final Fantasy IX, Morrowind, Dragon Quest Builders 2, Might and Magic 7. Okay, I think that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games and 1 issue of the Power Hours that just got completely out of hand. Drink more of it than you will be. Back to Odyssey's RPG Maker arc. Good evening, F-Zero Racer. Yeah, I've been away too long, frankly. I was starting to feel the loss. But the gobbling. They never stop connecting behind the scenes. Sub Depressed Cat. Wasn't awake for the end of last night's stream. I had a feeling how things were going, that might be the last one. It was a good place to stop. It wasn't a perfect place to stop. I would have preferred to have actually finished chapter 2. I know I was right on the cusp of it, but I was staying up way too late already last night. But yeah, I mean, at the very least, we got the banner back. We established our mythic pet. Yeah. Yeah. That's another thing. I hope you all understand about Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We never finished chapter 2. The game has, if I remember correctly, 6 chapters. Like, 6 full chapters. And that's not counting DLC, which I also own all the DLC for Wrath of the Righteous. So, if y'all hadn't voted Wrath of the Righteous out, we would never stop playing it. Ever. We would be playing it into 2026. Been some banger entries for the RPG Maker Game Jam. So, ooh, okay. I'll keep that in mind. I honestly wasn't even aware there was an RPG Maker wheel. End Eve alert, chat. My wife gets angry. I like to put cape around her. That makes her spread. Oh, God. Good evening, Chaos. Good evening, Naren. Yeah, that's a long game. That was a long game. If someone can request a democratic playthrough, is it possible to resume Wrath of the Righteous with it? Let me ponder that one. Let me think that one over. I would say, and thank you for reminding me, as it stands, that now that Wrath of the Righteous is over, for now, if you are the bearer of the great burden of a democratic playthrough, now might be a good time to consider what you want to do with it. I have planned out the next couple of games because that is my way. I know what we're doing this week, next week, and the week after. And I have a loose framework, at least right now, of what I want to do after that. But for anyone who wants to request a democratic playthrough, it might be a good time for us to start talking about that. So, in that sense, I probably wouldn't go back to Wrath of the Righteous immediately. I mean, we need to at least give it a couple months, I think, to breathe, because we were in there for a while. Good evening, Firebow. You escape, we pull you back in. But yeah, I've been thinking about it. I'm not gonna rule out. Look, I'm gonna say this up front. Don't expect it. Do not expect us to pick that Wrath of the Righteous playthrough back up. It is an outside chance at best. I am a very moody gamer. Once I move on from something, I move on from something. I wander far and wide looking for other things to do. I get very excited about starting new games. All that being said, I am not going to pick up Wrath of the Righteous on my own just yet. I am going to leave open the outside possibility that we may continue that playthrough in the future. I'm not saying we will, and I'm also saying straight up it is unlikely. But I'm leaving that possibility open. Recall, I believe I do have one request I can make. I wouldn't actually suggest picking that back up. Hang on. You got... I have my notes here. I can check. Yes. Yes, Naren, you are one of the lucky 3 who possesses the power of a democratic playthrough. So wait till Lux return like King Arthur from Avalon. Right after Claire P. What's up, Justin Brett? Good to see you. You know you might have too many things when you're taking a tape measure to the table that has your gun flooded so you can get more space. Meanwhile, I finally decided to start my next Wrath of the Righteous playthrough, playing a Monster Tactician Inquisitor. That sounds cool. Sounds neat. But no, for the foreseeable future, there's some other stuff I want. In fact, let's go ahead and talk about what's coming up, because I want to get into this. I want to get this going. This is not a long game that we're gonna play tonight, and honestly, if we finish it early, I might just go to bed early because Jesus Christ, I am tired. Oh my God, Justin Brett, what have you done? Mizray, thank you so much for the raid. Hope you're doing well tonight. Not a common style. Summons need a lot of investment. Only really work on Eon. Good evening, Princess Balance. Thank you so much for coming along in the Mizray. I was just about to get going, actually. I was about to roll on with this. So let me talk about the schedule. Let me give you some previews of the schedule. Welcome for a die. Made some excellent progress in blueprints. Nice. Very good. The little bits and pieces I see of blueprints really makes me want to play it. Perhaps I shall at some point. But man, there's a lot of stuff out there that I want to do. Okay, so anyway, schedule. Let's talk about the schedule because yes, Wrath of the Righteous is done for now. Tonight we're doing a one-off that I'll talk about in a minute. Tomorrow night is the Power Hours. We're back to March of 1995. We should finish that issue this week, I think. Tomorrow or Saturday. Friday is gonna be the April community night. I always get confused because I talked about March and Nintendo Power and April is the current month. We're doing a freeware night on Friday. That should be pretty fun. That should be solid. No stream on Sunday. I never stream on Sunday, ever, for any reason whatsoever. And then next week, we're going to start things off with Bone Razor Minions. I have been waiting so patiently, so patiently to get back to Bone Razor Minions for y'all, because y'all said you'd be interested in seeing more of it. So Monday is going to be a democratic playthrough of Bone Razor Minions. I don't expect that one to go to 16 streams, but I'll let y'all decide how long we're going to be at least in the short term. And then, important to note, the week after, so not next week, but the week after, is May the 4th. And I always do something Star Wars-y for May the 4th. And since Wrath of the Righteous is behind us, I'm gonna do the big thing I wanted to do. I'm very excited about this. We're gonna play a sizable Star Wars game. We're gonna play a chunky one, and I'm pretty thrilled about that. Impressive. I had some very good whiskey for it during stream. I actually, Mizray, I just picked up some whiskey. I'm not much of a whiskey drinker, but I've decided to expand my repertoire. Sad to see Wrath of the Righteous go. Not surprising. Got to see, experience all the stuff I wanted to see. Can't be too upset. Well, I'll fill you in on what came up before you raided in Mizroy. An inquiry was made because there are 3 people in the audience who possess the power of a democratic playthrough. I have awarded them the power to nominate a game for a democratic playthrough, and one of them very cleverly asked if they could use theirs to revive Wrath of the Righteous. And I'm not going to rule that out. It is not going to happen soon. And I will just be as honest with you as I can. It is very unlikely that I will return to Wrath of the Righteous because I'm a moody gamer and I like to play new stuff and flit about as my whims will have me. But there is an outside chance that I will go back to Wrath of the Righteous. That playthrough. I am not picking that playthrough up on my own just yet. So the possibility is there at least. And honestly, I think not that it should go that long. In before Star Wars: The Old Republic, Star Wars Galaxies. Old Republic is great. I mean, y'all are welcome to speculate wildly. I will neither confirm nor deny any of your spurious guesses, but yeah. And I've never played Star Wars Galaxies. I wish I had. I wish I had been there in the moment, but I missed out. I have played Old Republic. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, personally. But I think that's more of a me on BioWare thing. Off-stream murder, everyone playthrough is not off the table, though. I played Galaxies mechanic. I know, everyone... You don't get it. You don't get it. Everyone I know who played Star Wars Galaxy as well as that was like, yeah, you didn't miss anything, you're better off without it and stuff, but you cannot... It's... As a Star Wars fan, a long-suffering Star Wars fan, it is impossible for me to take that on faith. I will forever wish I could have been a part of that garbage game. I was gonna play the Star Wars Holiday Special game on Sega. Good evening, Dave. Good to see you. It would have been a chance to suffer even more. Y'all know how much I enjoy that. Have you actually played Old Republic before? Yes, I have. I made a Sith Marauder, I think, and played... You know what? I can check, actually. Here, enjoy this for a second. How many hours did I put in Old Republic? 5 hours. I got 5 hours into it before I was like, no thank you. That's where you went. That's where you went. Yeah, I had, I took exception to some of the writing I was running into there. May have a bit more than that. Yeah. Also, oh, Casual 641. Okay, that was me in Marvel Heroes. Marvel Heroes is, and I believe always will be, my most played game on Steam. Ripped to a real one. But yeah. How many hours do you put into Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? I'm so glad they won't tell you. I have been playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes for 5 years. Did you enjoy playing my light side sympathetic Imperial agent? Yeah, I don't think Old Republic was for me because I really wanted to play a Sith. I really wanted to do an interesting evil character. And there was potential. There was a lot of potential until I got my first companion. And then I just noped right out. I don't care for the MMO aspects. I play entirely solo and just for the story. Yeah, I mean, I would have to. I'm very much out on MMOs now. I don't think I'll ever really be able to go back to an MMO. I don't think I can handle that style of gameplay anymore. I bet she's great. Or are we talking about the slave who has to like you? We talking about that character? MMOs are dead to you now. I don't have time for that grind. Imperial Agent is probably one of the best stories Bioware's picked up. Really? See, that's interesting. That might be enticing. What do you mean has to like you? It's the way she's written. I don't know what your experience was, but I took a lot of the evil options with her, and to keep her as a functioning party member, they write her as very deferential and forgiving to you, which just felt awful. Like, really, really, really gross. I couldn't stick with it after that. Just played 2 WoW characters at level cap late last year. I might not be over MMOs. Maybe not. Maybe not. Pure Legend has the line between serving the interest of the Empire while thumbing up the destructive tendencies of the Sith. Okay. That might appeal to me. That might appeal to me, actually. I mean, a fat neckbeard Sith named Darth. I like that. Most of the stories are great. The only one I disliked was Smuggler. It was Stockholm Syndrome situation. Yeah, it just it wasn't for me. It wasn't something I could get past easily. Now, hearing that about the Imperial Agent storyline does sound interesting. I may give it another try someday, but frankly, I'm in no rush to. I've got plenty of other things to do. Made the very wise choice to play the Guild Wars one recently. At least I've dragged someone to the mire with me. Could be that too, Firebow. Could be that too. I didn't get far enough to see, really, but yeah. Okay. Anyway, chat, these are all topics for the future, for another day. For tonight, we have our mission before us. I played a demo of There Swings a Skull ages ago. I want to say it was in a Next Fest. It might have been requested as part of a Next Fest. I don't even remember the circumstances of it, but I found it very captivating. It has a very interesting hook to it. It has Grim's right there in the title. It has a very grim atmosphere to it, but one that has its charms and curiosities. As it turns out, I bought this game twice. I don't actually remember buying it on Steam, but I bought it. I actually bought the California Wildfire bundle on itch specifically because this was in there, thinking that I didn't have it on Steam, and then realized I had it on Steam anyway. It's fine. It's fine. No regrets. But I have wanted to play through this for a long time. It has been on my short list for ages, and we're going to do it now. It seems like I could definitely do worse in terms of segues away from Wrath of the Righteous. So this should be a one-night game. I do not believe it's very long at all. I don't know how many paths or secrets there may be to squirrel out of it, but I think one night will do it for us. This is part of my future circa 2035 then, you know. Yeah, oh no, you actually gave money to a good cause for nothing. Yeah. Well, not nothing. I got hundreds of other games with it, so it's fine. Again, no regrets, seriously. But, yeah. So we're gonna play through this tonight, chat. I only know what I played through in the demo, but buttress your feelings tonight, chat. There may be feels. There may be feels. How intense, how ruinous, I can't honestly say. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna get into this. Wonder if I can play this with a controller. Would like to. If that's an option. Partial controller support. I'll take that. I'll accept that. I did buy Tunic twice, didn't I? Well, they deserve that. They deserve twice and then some, I think. There we go. See if you can see this. See if we can see. God. Oh, hey, okay, that worked. All right, here we go. Restart game with controller connected. I may have to restart the game with controller connected, which it is connected. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart the game with controller connected, which I did. Before you start, view content warnings. Yeah, let's see what the content warnings are. Sensitive content to follow. Climate apocalypse. Immolation. Smoking. Hanging. Drowning. Spiders. Suicide. Body horror. You have been warned. Chat. If you take exception to any of this, you're probably not gonna have a good time tonight. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just play with the keyboard. It's fine. I don't think this is gonna be a real intense action adventure or anything. Welcome to the town of Perildus. Perildus? Perildus. It's a small, quiet place with a more or less green grocer, town hall, a train station. It has a population of 203. Spiders? Smoking? Manic? Good evening, Manic. Or it did at the start of today. There. There swings the skull. Right there. Yeah, I also appreciate the content warning up front. I have been ambushed by many unpleasantries in games. And while I personally am fine with that, as a streamer, it really helps to know what I'm getting into ahead of time. So, here's the lovely couple. Oh, Jesus Christ. There we go. Anatoly? 48. No formal education. Building his own funeral pyre. For those new to Perildus. Play as Anatoly? Wait. Oh, we choose who to play as. Oh, shit. I never realized. Piotr. 48. Perildus College of the Arts, trying to swim in an ocean of sand. For those familiar with Perildus, no. Okay, so I think the intention here is to start as Anatoly and then play as Piotr, which is what we will do. No, I'm not playing the butthead guy yet. We'll get to the butthead guy. Probably. I once dreamt. I threw my hat into Dolores's petunias and got on the 6:40 train and rode it inland. Past fields of brown wheat and begonias and ambling sheep and jagged rocks and the blue of the ocean, which I had never seen. What's up, Lord Crispin? This is There Swings a Skull. I did name the stream that, right? Pretty sure. They were husbands. They are husbands, as far as I know. But that was then, and this is now. I don't dream no more. That was a joke you didn't get. Typically, the thing I put in caps is the title, and then the stuff after the dash is a joke. That's how I try to format it, generally. Well, there's your smoking chat. The lady is... Oh, Jesus! Bit hazardous to your health, that. Oh, awake at last, I see. Goodness, if you haven't been dragging your tuck us out of bed these past few weeks. I must not be working you hard enough before bed. You better not be going back to sleep. I'm awake. Bad dream? Something like that. Well, get some oats and honeyed tea in you. You always feel better after you've eaten. Yeah. Oh, good, you're finally away. Game morphs into Skyrim. How's the week's forecast?
It's going to burn like boiling acid in the mouth of a screaming demon. That's how hot it is.
Turned my headphones down earlier because the music was really loud. And now it isn't.
There shan't be a cloud in the sky in the next 168 hours. So you don't need to worry about brownouts unless the ACs are really cranked up.
Mute him. Like you even needed to ask. He didn't like that. My oh my, aren't you looking strapping? You always say that. It's always true. Yeah. And don't think I haven't noticed you trying to sweet talk me. Think I'd forget. You're late for work. Not yet, but yes. Not worth chancing. Bye, hon. I'll be back at the usual time. Have a good day at work. Probably live in Texas with a weather report like that. Alright. We have control of Guy now. We do have a menu. We're Anatoly, he's 48 years old, he's average. Instead of hit points, he has weight. 108 out of 108 kilograms. We have a well-loved timepiece, Piotr's first gift to you, and a monogrammed lighter. Too nice to use from Anne-Marie. That is. And then, no, I don't want to return to title. Okay. So, okay, 2 buttons. Yeah, we play as an average guy this time around. Just a guy. Don't look too close. Okay, so that person really did incinerate. That person really did cook to death. Anatoly also a Tower Shield special. Town Hall, you haven't seen anyone come in or out of these doors since you've lived here. The off-yellow water glitters in the blistering sunlight. Your face stares back at you, neither smiling nor frowning. Oh. You can save at the fountain. Okay. Found a playground. I can't go down the slide, unfortunately. Save at the piss fountain. Hey, there's a guy up there. The Perilda civil servant is hard at work. You're both a public employee. You've never spoken with this fellow. An apartment building. Inconsequential. Inconsequential. These litter the town on and off. Years ago, you mustered the courage to open one. Nothing within but ash. Somehow that was worse than finding a corpse. Best to just leave these alone. Leave them alone. Just a sewer entrance. PSA! Citizens of Perildus are asked not to look at the sun. It is easily angered. Okay. Tombstone reads, Almire Weiss, one of the machine's greatest cogs. 184 to 235, okay. Pewter Nolov, pulmonary embolisms are proof God hates us. The sun is an unknowable horror. Tatiana Merrickson, no known relatives. Hortense Chin, taken in a flash, leaving only scars. I don't want to read this. Deceptively old building. Maybe it used to be an office. Maybe it was a hotel. Now it's a home to dust and sand. The sundial says you're late. Why, hello, handsome. Here to take me in your big, strong arms, sweep me off my feet, elope with me? My husband would probably take issue with that. Oh, stop. You're so bad. Just tell me you aren't interested. No need to dance around the issue. I'm not interested. Gay. Oh, I cannot believe you. Never in all my years have I had such brusque treatment. You really should stop tugging my heartstrings so if you're just going to drop me like yesterday's hyacinth. I can't help my raw sex appeal. Fancy a cig? Sure. It's a bright one out, isn't it? It is. Like it was yesterday, and the day before that, and the day before that. Certainly no shame, neither for you, nor me, nor my plants. They're doing quite well. Seems so. Got a light? Stick your cigarette out in the sunlight. It's hot enough to light on its own. Hey. Yes, my charming suitor. Take the cigarette back, if you insist. More for me. I'm going to stop smoking. Oh? A woman burned to death outside my apartment today. That nasty business. I've heard about it happening hither and thither. Oh well. What can you do? What can you do? Sometimes people just burst into flames. If it happens, it happens. One day you're going to come back, you ocean-bearing carriage of salt and silk. One day you're going to come back, and Piotr and I will leave this place, and we won't turn our heads to look as perilous shrinks. An off-orange speck in the distant yellow sand. He walks kind of funny. One day soon, I swear it.
Don't count on it.
There's never anything on the station TV at this hour, but damned if it'll ever turn off. Your shop, sparse, a coat rack on the far wall, a single threadbare chair. Your only addition was a small frame picture of Piotr on your desk. You do not have the keys to the station. Furthermore, you have no idea who does. Dolores' store is filled with a sickly, sweet smell of tobacco. Her flowers seem to droop with her absence, all but one. At the back of the store, a lone evening primrose blooms in the night air. So Perildas is pretty clearly not a fully functioning city. We appear to be a station manager or a conductor for a train that never comes. Also, and I feel this bears repeating, the sun explodes people. Sundial says it's time to go home. Dates on the grave seem fucky. They do, don't they? Actually, they don't have any dates now. They changed their mind. There are coffins lying about. Oh, you think too dark to read? I have rescinded the earlier PSA. Cut it from your mind with a sharp blade. This again. Look at the sun, the source of all life, our life. Without it, Perildus would wither as an asphodel in winter. No prosperity, only suffering. Suffering is the one who authorized the earlier PSA now suffers. Hot words from a man in the cold ground. Maybe I'll listen when you show your goddamn face. I think I can cut through here, yeah. Yep. Skellington's still here. I guess that's our new neighbor. Honey, you're home. Have a good day at work. This game has some very extra grim Undertale vibes, although not Lisa Dark. Yeah, I don't think I could handle it if it was Lisa Dark. You know what? It just occurred to me. Hang on. I could probably pop myself down here so you can see the dialogue boxes better. There we go. Busy as usual. Nah. My husband cracking jokes. Are you sick? Just lightening the mood. There's plenty light now that you're home. Get much painting done today? No. Had some trouble getting the creative blood flowing of late. Too hot, too... Yeah. What game is Lisa? I've never streamed Lisa, but Lisa the Painful, another RPG maker-ish game. I can't handle that one. Bring yourself down near that subscribe button, I see. To what? Never mind, dear. Did you see anyone we know on the walk home? No, though I did get an unpleasant surprise. The mayor's piping up again. What? The speaker gallows chirped at me on my way back to the station. Lord Crispin, thank you so much for subscribing for 5 months. I appreciate it. What a pleasant surprise. Oh no. Don't worry. Sure, that old bastard is just getting antsy. I would too if I lived in a pipe a mile underground. Yeah. I'm sure it's nothing. Hey, come on now. I wasn't trying to upset you. Look, it's hardly been a month since he took Anne-Marie. I don't think he's looking for anyone new. Ooh. Sad face. I shouldn't have said anything. Let's just go to bed. It's quite late. Yeah. I guess it is. Who is Anne-Marie? Lisa's very darkly funny, like pitch black humor, but goes some painfully uncomfortable, gross places. Yeah, as a father to daughters, I can't do Lisa. I can't handle it. I don't dream no more. Chapter 2 of Anatoly. Right, Anne-Marie took the photo of Anatoly and Pyotr. That's right. That's right. Yeah, and gave him the lighter. Awake at last, I see. Morning, hun. Sleep well enough? Eventually, had some trouble getting there. Seems we're a little too in sync. I took forever to fall asleep last night, too. I guess we are. Hopefully today's work is more fruitful for you than me. I'm not sure I do. Anatoly, there's something
I hope I'm not interrupting your morning, folks, because I'm the only thing that could be. We're in for another burner today, lads and lasses, so I hope you aren't staying outside too long. I'll mute him. Don't mute me! Don't mute me!
Everything all right? And you've been working the Terminus for a long time now. Okay, I just realized sometimes the dialogue boxes are at the bottom. So I should probably sit here in the middle. Sorry, chat. Sorry. Pickle oddish. I can't really recall exactly how long, but I know you've never taken a break. Nope. Maybe today you... Have you ever thought about not going? Just for a day. Of course I thought about it. Everyone thinks about it from time to time. But I can't do it. Someone would notice. Dolores? Someone more than Dolores. Call it a feeling. Besides, they pay well. Why repent when the devil gives good benefit? Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I was just being ridiculous. You sure everything is all right? You worry too much, dear. Can't you allow an artist the occasional flight of fancy? I guess I can. See you later tonight, hun. Love you. Love you too. What do they need money for? What does money do? You just have your cam window bounce around the screen like the DVD logo? Would you believe you're not the first person to suggest that? No one's cleaned this up yet. Capitalism plague us unto our final days. Capitalism will survive into this dystopia. Within the pub, a woman sits alone. Hers is the only occupied table in the building. Busy day. How many times have you passed this fountain on your way to work? How many more times will you pass it? 100,000? 1,000? Or perhaps just once or twice more? Ominous. Now I'll play some Red Market. What is Red Market? Yeah, you won't talk about the coffins anymore. So, an ash skeleton fell on me. Does he look different now? How's your fuck you looking now? As a civil servant again, wonder how I got up there since there's no ladder. None of my stats or anything have changed. Bob After Dark, good to see you. Missed you guys. Life's been crazy busy. Good to be busy though, I think. Hope you've been well. Tombstone Reeves, Cooper Brown, No More Fears, No More Doubts. Fisher Collins, Nothing to Say Now. So these are different every day. Alexander Smith, Heat Stroke. Morta Evans, Lived Longer Than She Should Have. Cal Boone, Something to 109, Wandered into the Desert. Also, I see that dead person over there. Hortense Lafayette, It's Always Too Soon. Who died at 14? Tombstone reads Anne Marie Vega, 370 to 401. Where's... Enough, that's enough. Oh, I wonder if every day... Maybe every day we'll get a little bit more of it. Still warm. We're going to be morose. Maybe even melancholy. Sundell says, heat or no heat, it's time for work. Who cares what that says? Oh, hello, handsome. Here to whisk me away from this two-bit town at last, I see. Packed a suitcase. Just give me the word. I'll ask my husband. If he says I can elope with you, I'll let you know. Oh, please, you're not interested, are you? You shouldn't tug my heartstrings so. I can't help my... Oh, I cannot believe you. Never in all my years have I had such brusque treatment. You really should stop leading a girl on if you're just going to toss her like weekend's daffodils. Hey, fancy a cig? I'm alright, Dolores. You're energetic today, huh? Don't blame me. Blame the sun. Not only am I feeling particularly excitable, my plants are clambering up the walls. I fear it may not be long before I do the same. To break a hip. Come off it. I'm as spry as I was in my teen years. Maybe sprier. Right. Say, did you see anything odd on the way here? Like a burned corpse? Yes, actually. Nope. Or if I did, I've made a conscious effort to forget. Honey, I don't know if you know it, but I run a smoke shop out of a train station. I can't affect much. Well, I suppose not, but... And there's no point in getting hung up on things that'll just upset me. Things that I can't control. Life's short enough as it is without worrying the air is unfit to breathe and the sun will bake me alive. But... Why do you smell like ash? What? Ash. I'm holding a lit cigarette and you reek about a dozen times as bad. Nothing. You decide to start smoking again? Nothing, I said. Look, I gotta get to my post. Sure, dear. We can chat more tomorrow. The Spry the Dragon originally for PS1. Give me. The sun is a red-orange blot in the sky. Bigger than it was yesterday, I'm certain. You're not supposed to look at the sun, dude. I'm losing it. Yeah, he looks normal now. Oh! The desert is empty. You will die out there to no avail before your story even ends. And yet... Okay, well that's one option. We can choose to wander out in the desert and die. Maybe later, chat. Dolores' store is strangely sad without her. Even the flowers don't do enough to brighten the place. Die, Dolores. Just as locked as it always is. Store could use a cleaning. You wonder passively where the weatherman's studio is. Neither you nor anyone you know has ever been to it. Sundial says... The sun's there even if you can't see it. I don't like that. I wonder why the sun cooks people. I wonder if they ever wonder why the sun cooks people. I'm glad you're silent. I'm glad. But if that's so, then why do I feel so... Just post-work nerves. Relax, Anatoly. Nothing's the matter. I want the sun to eat them raw. Actually, I do want to walk past the bar. I don't think you can really interact with anything. Yeah, you can't really interact with anything at night. The sun wants our dope hat. Hi, hun. All quiet on the home front? Unless you count the downstairs neighbors, which I, of course, prefer not to. Good, well, not the downstairs neighbors. My work was quiet too. Perhaps that's for the best. You know, this morning I had the strangest feeling, as if the whole world was coming to an end. Do you still? It's hard to look out on the silent streets of Perildus and imagine much lurking around the corners. Perhaps a few stray cats? If this is your way of guilting me into getting you a kitten, it's not gonna work. I'll wear you down yet. Be married, leisure suit, Larry. I'm sure. And as for your concern, town's been around for hundreds of years. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. I'm sure you're right, dear. Now, ready for dinner? Always. Piotr seems to have put his all into dinner tonight. He seems pensive. Is this a special occasion? You made roasted bell peppers. Last I checked, my birthday wasn't for another few months. Oh, you flatterer, you. I don't need to flatter you. I can just be honest. I suppose I just want to know. I suppose I just want you to know I love you. Right. Do you feel what's impending? An interesting way to phrase that. No. No! Is everything all right? Everything's fine. Fine. I don't want to take you for granted. I really like Anatoly's happy face. It's really cute. I want roasted bell peppers so bad, oh lord. I think I'm more guilty of that than you are. I never take you anywhere. Can't remember the last time we were alone together and did anything other than stay in. I like staying in. Besides, there's nowhere to go. Don't beat yourself up, honey. You're everything I could dream of. Aww. I'm just gonna go with no, I'm not. Thanks, hun. But I promise the moment the train finally arrives, well, we'll go somewhere else. And maybe when we get there, we can talk about that kitten. The flames come licking across fields of blackened flesh. Deep below, a man sits in the only place of cool, gifted a slow, peaceful death while the rest of us burn like matches. Who is to blame? Us? Him? Or something more? Alright. Anatoly, Chapter 3. Piotr, were you talking in your sleep last night? Piotr? I don't think it's grocery day. Maybe you left me a note. Our wedding photo. 16 years and counting. Oh. Wish Piotr made his bed sometime. These are his shoes. Don't touch them. When he gets back, these are his shoes. Piotr, are you in there? Being ridiculous. Small volume of poetry on his nightstand. Not for me. Something more the sun specifically. Made in Perilda. Sketchbook. January 1st, $3.99. Piotr. Don't go, darling. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here comes the sun. God is here. Be glad, Piotr. Yep. Jesus Christ.
My oh my, it's getting fucking hot. Don't wear anything flammable.
No time to raid the fridge. Bloop. Get equipped with hat. They should have checked on husbando's doodles. Smoking kills. Hey, look at the TV guy's portrait? I have, yeah. Several tables within the pub are blackened as if by localized fire. You see a blackened figure on the ground. Leave it alone. More people cooking off, chat. Water seems to quiver as you stare into it. Something is coming. There's ash on the doorknob. The rod on lock on his doors is deformed from the heat. If anyone's still inside, they can't get out. Play on the playground. Unfortunately, can't play on the playground. You owe your community for raising you. For all its issues and problems and quirks, it is your home. I hope we're done with this. If it asks you to pay, pay. If it asks you to leave, leave. If it asks you to carry a rifle, carry a rifle. So it should be no different to die for your community, yes? Once we had the means to stop all this, but I have burned the paperwork to wrap my tobacco. We remembered to bring much down here, but no rolling papers, so we must make do. Remember, I sacrificed, so isn't it justified to do so in turn? I don't think we like that guy. Slide probably skin her ass in the seat. I got all of these. Blank. No one has ever been buried here. We will soon be as they are. Loathsome. No tears conserve your water. Things are getting worse and they'll grow worse still. The stone is completely smooth. The etchings have changed. Don't look too close. Don't read it. Submarines Anne Marie Vega 37401, where she touched, flowers bloomed. Many people have to go like you did, Anne Marie. When is this gonna end? Excuse me, did a man come by? Bald, paint splattered blouse? Shut up, I look like I got time for small talk. Didn't mean to offend you. Offend? Who has time to be offended? Who has time for conversation? Do you know that the mayor's office hasn't increased funding to my department in 50 years? How am I supposed to clean all this alone? Suppose this explains the mess outside my window. Yeah, I'll get to it and get to it, alright? Or not. There one moment, gone the next. Something in the air. Corpse looks at you strangely. Yeah, I don't think he'll get to it. You know, we started, I thought this place gave City 17 vibes. Now that seems cheery by comparison. The sundial says time is not on your side. I never expected to see somebody roast right in front of us. Why, hi, my beautiful, handsome man. I hope you're finally ready to marry me. I've certainly waited long enough. I can tell you're interested. You're not interested, are you? Right? It's cruelty, girl on. Dolores, my oh my, what a rude bastard you are. I've never had a man treat me like filth under his boots. My ex-husband did more of a kindness than you did, you fucker. Dolores, what the hell are you talking about? Fancy cig? What? No. Hey, my plants caught fire and burned to ash this morning. Isn't that just the wildest thing? And they're the only ones. Oh me, oh my, but I sure do hope the mayor has everything under control. Ha. You know, I've lived in this town for ages and all this isn't new. It's actually happened quite a few times. What's up, Loader High? This is There Swings a Skull. A few years ago, most of the town burned to death in a fire so large it blotted out the sun and turned the sky ash black. It was like living in a crater in the deepest pits of hell. So deep you forgot hope, you forgot your dreams, you just wanted, prayed that the all-swallowing flames ate someone who wasn't you. Dolores, I need to get to my... Your store, of course, how rude of me, how rude of me, how rude of me, how rude of me. Go, get out of here. Go!
It's getting bad. I mean, really bad. The asphalt on the roads out of town swallowed up my producer's car an hour ago. No way out now. Hope you've got some way to keep cool. I don't.
Extreme close-up on the monitor there. To invest in brick roads. Come on, you bastard. Deliver us. I said deliver us, god damn you. I don't know how much time we've got left. Ashton leaves on charred stalks. Maybe the door's just painted on. Empty, lonely, no help in the static. Sundell says, enjoy the darkness while you still can. Wow, there's one light on in this building. One light on in that building. Oh, maybe two in that one. They are burning. The mayor's office denies responsibility. So I haven't gotten a good handle on this game's combat system. I think you really got to focus on the right perks to overcome the enemy's heat resistance. Oh, there he is. Piotr, you're here. Of course, honey. Why wouldn't I be? This morning, a walk. I went on a walk. Usually you leave a note. I'm sorry I didn't today. Dinner's on, such as it is. Would you like to have a seat? Sure. Misery. Nothing I can think to say feels like enough. Is everything all right, honey? Why have you been in the same job for so many years, Anatoly? What? When we first met, there was something about you that I noticed. A glint in your eyes, a fire in your soul. For the last 10 years, you just toiled away in that station, waiting for trains that no one's seen in years. So I suppose it's no surprise that while the town burns, you sit here and cross your fingers waiting for something to take you away. Wasn't there something you wanted to do with your life, Anatoly? Well, too bad. You'll never have the chance. Too little, too late, honey. Time to wake up. Let's go to bed. I've lost my appetite. We were talking. We were just talking. Pyotr would never say those things. It's just in your head. I think keep calm number 3 is the correct answer. Take a deep breath, Anatoly. 4. Fuck. 4. It's only 6. So what? Fine. Sure. Let's go to bed. You think people in this situation want to stay up as late as possible, spend as little time in the sun as they can. Pyotr rose and went somewhere during the night. He'd never done it before. I wanted to call out. I wanted to stop him. But the thought of breaking the familiar silence of the night was more terrifying than his departure ever could have been. Maybe move to a ground floor apartment with blackout curtains. Oh, weird. Chapter 4 won't steady. We appear to be melting. No response. Its internals are fused mass of plastic and wire. Uh-oh. Upper levels high. Yeah, because heat rises. Heat will travel up as far as it can. The water is burned away. Within the fountain is a model of town. The buildings north and south, the speaker gallows, your home, and the terminus, all together, all there. Even the rail line is visible, hooking around the town center, extending into the desert and returning. The train travels along a flat circle. There was never any way out. Sacrifice! Sacrifice! The time swings soon. Sacrifice! Sacrifice! Or all will burn. Alright, well, the entire city appears to be on fire. The coffins are a different color? Let's move to the sewers. Seems like she's sacrificed. Will you? Gee, I wonder what time it is. Could it be sacrifice o'clock? Sundial cannot speak. It is burned to death. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll never know now. I guess we won't be hearing from him again. I should see Dolores before I start work. I don't know that we want to see Dolores. This could be bad, chat. Okay, Dolores, you wore me down. Let's make a runaway wedding, huh? I can't help my raw. Can't. Need to open my store. No time for more chit chat. No more time, period. Hello, sir. A ticket? Why, I'd be delighted. Here at Peralda's Terminus, we serve only those who really need to get away, and you look like the type. To coast, oceans, deep seas, beyond. We help people finally see that there is an ocean beyond the wave. You got a ticket for the train. I'll need to deliver this one to the platform. Someone's about to miss their train. You know, it's so brusquely immolated all her life. Oh boy. Terribly sorry, ma'am. Wrong one. Your ticket, sir. You gave the ticket to the corpse. Good job. Time to go home. Sir Piotr is waiting. Amazing how horrifying a side shot can look. Yeah. You owe your community for your livelihood, your job, your place of belonging. Giving back is not such a big step. To hang shall placate the flames. To deny is to secure inevitable annihilation in hungry fire. Of course, the flames will return. You will stop the heat for but a while. But surely it is worth it, isn't it? Oh. What do you think, chat? Do we hang or do we immolate? I did save. Yes. We're being told to sacrifice ourselves or burn. This is just Australia. So yeah, do as you're told. I think we climb up on the scaffold and hang ourselves. Burn together, we don't. And I guess the entire city is obliterated. Now this is all just speculation. We don't know where this is going. I don't like the mayor. I think the mayor sucks. I think we should elect to burn together instead. I think that's the more romantic option. So I'm gonna do that. Oh god. Oh Jesus. Hello and hello again. This is your friendly neighborhood weatherman with the heat of the day. But first, I thought I might pass a message on from our local handyman. Let me just unfold it. Hem. Says, I cannot see after this whole town in this kind of weather. Do your part, help water the grass. Well, there you have it. Use priorities, always give me a chuckle. Now let's get on with it. They're interesting options. I'll save over a new file. Oh. Anatoly anxiously waits his husband's return. Oh, so I guess we're playing as Pyotr now. Yeah, question mark. I've had a hard time getting out of bed lately. Not out of comfort or a lack of rest. Something else. I remember feeling like this a long time ago. Before I met Anatoly. Like a solitary gear spinning all on its own, teeth uselessly chewing air. Desperate to do something, anything, make a difference. Too much potential, not enough time. But this is worse. Gear is not by itself anymore, but his teeth have been worn away. A broken cog amongst broken cogs in a dying machine. I wonder how long we'll keep spinning. His chapter screens are a negative of Anatoly's. The smooch Anatoly and save the world. Come on, Pyotr, up and at him. Can't make him worry. Our running shoes. I don't see much use. He's still asleep. There. That's the face he knows. The water's a little murky today. I hope nothing's wrong with our plumbing. Oh, awake at last, I see. Goodness, if you haven't been dragging your tuchus out of bed these past few weeks. I must not be working you hard enough before bed. Better not be going back to sleep. I'm awake. Bad dream? Something like that. So I guess now we get to see what Pyotr's been doing this whole time. Any art headway while I was asleep? Oh, darling, I think you know the answer. That's alright. Tomorrow will be better. Deal. Tomorrow I'll paint you a veritable galleria. Oh, but I'll need to focus my efforts, won't I? Tell me, what do you think the galleria should center around? Sweetheart, you know I don't have a very colorful mind. What indeed shall it feature? Oh, I know. I'll paint a dozen portraits of my dashing husband. I'm immune to sweet talk. I said I was just doing it for you. I'll need you to model for me, of course. Preferably nude. After a certain point in the marriage, I expected those lines would stop turning you red. Use red. Geez, hot. It's not. It is. Whatever you say, honey. My, oh my, aren't you looking strapping? You always say that. It's always true. Yeah. Don't think I haven't done you trying to sweet talk me. Think I'd forget? You're late for work. Not yet, but yes. Not worth the chance. Bye, hun. Be back at the usual time. Good day at work. The front door slams and I feel my chest tighten. Try to hold my breath. Maybe this time when I open my mouth, all will be well. I inhale. No luck. Nothing. Anatoly's departure has left a vacuum, leaving me gasping, hardly able to stand. As it had every day for the past 3 months. I need out, not just out of the apartment. However bad it is here, it's hell outside. Outside, there's not even a ceiling to protect me from the heat of my failure. Keep it together, Pyotr. Remember what Dr. Hamer told you. Focus. Maybe if I can paint again, I won't have to feel like this. Let's go out. Find something that gets inspired. Looking at this easel makes my stomach turn. Our wedding photo, 16 years and counting. Fridge could use a rinse. Span. A hat and smock. Somehow I doubt the streets of Pearldust will drag me out of my sorry state. But then there's a good many artists inspired by what others would call the monotony of daily life. Let's look around. Anatolia would tell me not to look too close, but it's hard to ignore tragedy. I've never been in this building. I wouldn't be surprised if no one lived here at all. It certainly doesn't pique my imagination. Ooh, paint a skull! Paper sign haphazardly placed on the door. You haven't seen it before. Town hall is closed for all inquiries. Proceed to the center of town. The bureaucracy is expanding to meet the needs of the expanding bureaucracy. Glad it's closed. I don't fancy a walk down memory lane. Well, it was worth a try. Could try the south part of town. Ashes float on the water's surface. It's just depressing. At least I can still see my face. There's a government worker above the post office. Doesn't seem to be a male person. Best move on. I want to make a spectacle of myself. Rusted, disused play equipment in a neglected park. I've never seen any children in Pearldust. Just move on. No children. That's odd. I don't believe I've ever seen that sewer entrance open before. Forever. I don't think they contain corpses at the point I'm too afraid to check. Oh Lord, what am I getting myself into? Never been down here before. The air is damp. Feels strange. Smell! Not like how I expected. What's that odor? It's oddly floral. That's how we finally learn the secret of the air. What is this stuff? It doesn't seem harmful. If it were, someone would have noticed something by now. The sight of it, the way it moves, as if alive, it makes my skin crawl. Dead end. Poke it with a stick. Put it in a toaster, maybe. Sing to it. What? What? I must be losing it. Why did I feel the need to do that? Ah! Hello. Hello, you look very worried. Very worried. What? There's something nibbling at you, like an aphid at a tulip stalk, yes? I couldn't rightly say. What a strange question. I am most sorry. Down here, I don't speak much. Suppose I usually don't either, not with new people. I'm Piotr. 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 There is a pleasant mouthfeel to that. Rosette. That is my namesake. Right, well, if you don't mind, why have you descended into my sewers, Piotr? Honestly, I'm not sure. When I was younger, I liked to take walks through town. I'd see all the different people and places. I'd bring my sketchbook and draw and draw. But lately, well, it's been harder. I suppose I want to change a pace. Is it you who should change? Or Perildus? That's a rude question. I apologize. Avail yourself of my sewers at your leisure. Consider it an apologetic gift. Right. Suppose I'll do some exploring then. Something about her. I'm not sure I like it. Now she told us to avail. We will avail. Sewers are quite clean. I mean, aside from the red goo and the green goo. And the grass? There's grass? Dear me. I never imagined something like this could bloom beneath our city. It's beautiful. But somehow I don't feel right. I should be shaken down to my soul just by the sight of this, but I have to focus to feel anything, and even then it's mild. Perhaps I need to experience it directly. Expansive. Algae blooms here beautifully. It kind of reminds me of those like giant drainage tunnels under Tokyo. The ones with the huge pillars supporting it. It's enormous. I imagine RNG battles every 11 steps. To visit. My family were in Eros? No, I didn't have the chance. What is this? Is this a train? I recognize this, one of the cars from Anatoly Station. How the devil did it get down here? I take a deep breath in the underground air. It's cool. There's a faint floral odor all about me. I ignore how cloying it is. I take out my sketchbook, my pencil, and try to draw the broken down car. Focus, Piotr. Nothing. Can't relax. The only image in my head is one of desolation. Scorching rays leaping from heaven to earth and burning Perildus off the map. The feeling of inevitability, of destruction, lingers over me like a pendulous blade. Could have prevented it if only I'd done what? Tomorrow's another day. I dreamt I was on a caravel. There's no crew save Anatoly and myself. What's up, Deranged Optician? This game is called There Swings a Skull. It was in the recent itch.io California Wildfire Relief Bundle. It's on Steam for like $6 or $7, I think, normally. It's been out for a couple of years too, so you can probably catch it on sale. All of a sudden, the bottom of the boat was gone. I sank into the water, splashing. Anatoly is close behind. Neither of us know how to swim. Oh, this is a crack in the ceiling over their bed. It's clearly gotten bigger. Neither of us know how to swim. Nobody in Perildus has ever had cause to learn. My body was a lead weight, dragging me down into the dark. Anatoly was a little more than a shadow against the sunlight above. As I fell, I felt my many eyes upon me. 2. Has he noticed? I hope he hasn't. Awake at last, I see. Morning, hun. Sleep well enough. Eventually, has some trouble getting there. So we've read this before. A little too in sync. What'd you get to while I was out yesterday? Actually, I went out too. What? Are you sick? I feel fine. Where'd you go? Did you wear your hat? Just out. And no, I forgot my hat. Kidder, you know how you get when it's this hot outside. It's okay, darling, really. You don't need to fret so. If anything, I should be fretting over you. Me, I'm invincible. Besides, taking is a hell of a lot safer than pipe fitting. Less like you get lead poisoning or crushed by falling industrial galvanized pipes. And then no one's ever completely safe from being crushed by a pipe. Somehow this isn't assuaging my fears. Although, if you're still metalworking, did you ever do any work on the sewers? Maybe for a weekend change at most, a long time ago. Why? Did you ever see anyone down there? Anyone who seemed strange? No. Housing prices are pretty bad even back then, but there are better scented places to squat. Well, I was just curious. No suspicious or leading questions there at all. So everything's alright? You worry too much. Can't you allow an artist the occasional flight of fancy? Yes, I can. See you later tonight, hun. Love you. Love you too. It's just as bad as it was yesterday, and the day before that, and the day before that. Some days I wonder what Anatoly would think if he knew how I felt every time he left the house. Maybe he'd laugh it off. Maybe he should. But all I know is that these days, very few venture outside, lest they catch the mayor's hungry little eyes. For when Anatoly said last night, he most certainly has. There must be something I can do. I need to go out. Best to move on. Never been fond of this place. Too many artists try to coax the muse with spirits. Your reflection is lined with worry. So much for hiding your feelings. Oh, it's kind of like we made a party. No more noteworthy than it was yesterday. Of late, I have seen some new faces wandering the streets of Perildus. This is not, it could be most unusual. Perhaps it's only a matter of time, or providence, or latent rage, or the impotent desire for change which will not come. We expect whatever the cause, the result should be, will be, entertaining. Best hope it isn't, bastard. You could visit Anatoly at work, but won't solve your problem. Okay. I was wondering about that yesterday. I went straight down the hole. And apparently that's what you're supposed to do. Something is different. Yesterday's odor is gone. This new smell, acrid, almost chemical. An unnatural smell. An evil smell. Ah! Hello, Rosette. I should work to frighten you less. No need to apologize. Shit, I didn't mean to click through that so fast. I think I got a good shot at joining the Prilda's choir. The Prilda's choir closes doors after the sacrifice of Pak Lee. Just a little joke, dear. Any plans for the day? I must see to the pipes in the deep sewers. That wretch of a mayor reclaims them for his own purposes time and again. Yep, that sounds like him. You work beside one another for a time, yes? How do you know about that? The sewers carry sound well, and I have a lengthy memory. I suppose his public knowledge even was long ago. Working with him wasn't as bad as you'd think. He had his quirks, but always seemed interested in real change. No, he was always a thief. Now he is even worse. How do you mean? People stand to lose more than just their lives. What are you talking about? Trust your instincts, Piotr, even if they tell you more than you wish to hear. Got some interesting insights, Rosette. Cannot help it. Each sun-bleached, dying leaf, each parched throat, each blistered back, I feel each like a knife hole. The wretch on high, his tread brings rot, famine, death, worse. But he has not yet ruined this town. You can stop him yet. Me? Is that a joke? Have you been to the surface lately? You can stop a forest fire when it's small, but this inferno's been burning for years. We're looking down the barrel of annihilation. One person couldn't possibly stop it. I don't know if the whole... Oh. Okay, I didn't advance that. She did that herself. Hold, I spoke thoughtlessly. Let this conversation be put in the soil. Bear it no mind. Continue on your way. Stress is getting to me. You think you're starting to see where the story's themes are leading? Oh, this is strange. The construction here doesn't match the rest of the sewers. It feels older. Much older. Can't be right. Did I take a wrong turn somewhere? Legit have no idea what's going on. Slate headstone blocks stand solemnly in the dark. Their faces are embossed with indecipherable characters in a long dead language. This is the station. There's an unnatural darkness within the ticket stand. There seemed water damage just submerged for days on end long ago. There's an old horrible smell issuing from beyond the doors through the cracks. Don't open them. Sweet sick smell issuing from the tobacco shop. Eternal shriek on ossified jaws. Flesh turned scarlet, turned black. Not even maggots would feast here. Look away. See, as dusty as everyone ever sat here. Oh. There's a sparkly now. Darkness here persists. As you look into it, there's an ebb in the black. If you're looking into the depths of a river at midnight. Whoa! At Peril's terminus, we serve only those who really need to get away. Coast, oceans, deep seas. There's an ocean beyond the wave. There is a burning that awaits us. I go to my death. A sacrificial lamb on marionette strings. Please, my darling, save me. Save us. Sacrifice. What's up, Tradon? I played the demo for this years ago. I've never played the full game before. The demo definitely didn't have any of this underground stuff. Sorry. What was? The waters have lingered in the dark for years. They reflect strange images, portents. Anatoly? He is alive right now. The images, these things to come. They may be interrupted. How? How can I stop this? I want to, but it seems impossible. I don't know what to do. There is a way out. I believe they'll be neither pleasant nor easy. I'm not sure I trust your words. Let me offer you advice. You can see then if I speak the truth. Tomorrow after you awaken, you will feel yourself pulled in a direction. Follow that pull. It doesn't make any sense. Act first, then judge. I'll try. I'm going home, but before I do, I've got a question. Yes, of course. Why are you helping me? It is as I said. I want to help everyone. You want to save your loved one. The two of us, our desires are linked. Going home. Oh, I guess I'm physically going home. It's hard to imagine light in the tunnel, so I try not to bother. I should put the kettle on. Making dinner ready will get my mind off things. There it is. Fill you up. He's on. Next, I should see what we got for dinner. Honestly, can't remember when I last got groceries. I need to get creative. That was a good thing we both like bell peppers. Hanging on the wall, I'm not sure. The pitch of cayenne. Voila. My, that smells nice. I missed my calling. Still some time before Anatoly gets home. Perhaps I can try to do some painting. Oh. That was weird. Can't seem to interact with that painting. Lord, I don't even remember what I was working on. And maybe it's better that way. Hi, hon. Thank God. Some kind of special occasion? Made roasted bell peppers. You flatter. Don't need to flatter you. I wish we could always be like this, but I suppose I can't keep suggesting you stay home. I suppose I just want you to know I love you. Is everything alright? Everything's fine, fine. I don't want to take you for granted. Does he suspect? Guilty that you are. I never take you anywhere. I like staying in. There's nowhere to go. Don't beat yourself up. You're everything I could dream of. No, I was wrong. He doesn't suspect, but something's bothering him. Last night I dreamt of fire. Oh. Okay, there's a giant spider in the crack. Raging inferno, scorching maw with an orange tongue, crimson teeth, and that desolation it wrought, the bodies could not be distinguished from the building. When I snapped awake, I felt Anatoly shift beside me, feigning sleep. Giving me comfort, he sleeps now, but I still can't. Feels like my dream flames still linger in my skull. There's a hot itch across my scalp that I dare not alleviate, lest my hands come away bloody or burnt. I don't know what time it is. That pull Rosette spoke of, I haven't felt it. Maybe good to go out for a time. Perhaps something will grasp me as beauty once did to continue my art and pull me in the direction I need to go. Perhaps nothing will. What is this? This is called There Swings a Skull. Lord, it is hot. I brought my hat. Oh. Hot and hazy today? Lysander Bolt died slow. UN asphyxiated. Tatiana Merrickson, move on. Sand and Jean, not even ashes remain. Ash Harper, peace and death we hope. Anne-Marie Vega 37401, you could have saved her. Yikes. Look. And says, is it really time to leave? Wait. No, there are no open doors. Open hatches sometimes, not doors. Been quite some time since I visited Anatolia's shop. Last time I came by, I bought a chocolate bar from Dolores and the two of us shared it. A nice memory. Good to know I can still recall some of those. Oh. Hello, anyone home? Would you be willing to tell me when the next train out of town will be? Well, it was worth a try. I believe this is Dolores' shop. It's quite pungent, unpleasantly slow. So, the flowers are stained with ashes, though now that I think on it, it's possible those aren't from her. You never hear much in the heart of Perildus. I don't know if it's whether material is what if it's whatever materials they use for the buildings or something in the air. Got any ideas on look outside, like maybe next spooky season? I actually offered it. I was gonna do it between the end of Wrath of the Righteous and May the 4th, but people weren't interested in it, so I may still get around to it sometime. I'm personally very interested in it, but I'm not sure how popular it'll be based on that initial response. Even though it's quiet, you can sometimes hear people alive, as birds even, from time to time. But here, there's just nothing. How does Anatoly stand this every day? Oh, something there. It's odd in the distance. It looks like the tracks just stop. Can't hurt to investigate. Can't lose my nerve. What is this? What the hell? What's this guy doing out here? Oh, hello. Fancy meeting someone all the way out here. Are you sweeping the sand? Are you kidding? I honestly don't know how to answer that. Look, my department, being only me, is tasked with civic beautification. Civic beautification is serious shit. I slack on my work for, a week, then suddenly you open your door to a mountain of charcoal. Desert's just a town with nobody in it. That's one way of looking at it. Yeah, it is. It gives me the headaches. Who else is gonna help me keep this place clean? Mayor, not fucking likely. I suppose I always figured it kept itself clean. Kept itself clean. Fucking comedian. Nothing out here can look after itself. I know that for sure. And that guy's cooked. But that's not how it happened before. No shortage of corpses in the desert. No one is allowed to complain about the mayor. What? I wasn't aware of any tunnels as far out in the desert. In fact, I have reason to believe there aren't any. About this seems unnatural. To go back. Or not. More coffins down here. The tracks are blocked. This doesn't look like a cave-in, more like a solid wall of rock. There's a tunnel here. Doesn't make sense. Is some kind of maintenance hallway? Well, the pipes, and why so deep in an otherwise natural cave? What's that sound? Oh! The water extends out of sight in every direction. How did I not know about this before? Path opens up ahead. Look there, a man thin and burnt, body and soul. Hello, little man. Welcome to our parlor. Let the cool embrace you. Good evening. This might be where the spider warning comes into play. Because that looks like a spider face, and I think it's about to get a lot bigger. So, who's there? Come now, you know us already. Listen close, hear us well. Do you not know a voice in our myriad? Strain your ears, no, not I. Hello, Piotr. Rosette, what have you done to her? Such nerve. After how we've assisted him. We shall forgive you this impudence, and even do you kindness. Listen close. It is the truth, Piotr. Nothing has been done to me, for there is no I, no one, no me. There's only us, the we. I don't understand. Yep. What does understanding matter? So sad, so alone, he doesn't comprehend. How could he? Know that we have built our vast webs in the cool dark. We pull and weave, stitching shadows, stitching concrete and steel, making walkways through our domain. Walkways to aid you. Aid me how? In getting back to my apartment? Nay, does he jest? Is he ill? No, in denial. Came here with a singular goal, Piotr. To kill the mayor, of course. Well? You're insane. Plucking a parasite is hardly a misdeed. My hands were designed to carry a brush, not a knife. In art, one must edit, chop, cut the fat, erase the blemishes. The mayor is an interloper in our sewers in our town. Why does Prildus your town? I haven't seen many giant spiders about. Our agents are around, if only you'd care to look, but that is not of consequence. There's a chance to right the wrongs unbidden and those to come. The mayor will find you, and if he does not, we shall guide you to him. We want what's best. You want what's best. Why do you hesitate? I'm not a killer. Even after all he's done, I can't just... This is the only way the town can change, Piotr. The mayor's death is an integral step in the bringing of water to Prildus. Go now. We shall see you to his hideaway. Just a step. What happens after? Prove thyself. Slay the mayor. Then we may speak of after. sweet. Furnace of God. What is this place? Seems ancient, but I'm not aware of any local cultures that predated ours. Ah, company. Interesting. Piotr. I knew you would resurface. Myself. I have improved since last we met. I am better. I am more. Wouldn't you like to be more, Piotr? I'm fine how I am, you rat bastard. Oh? You spend your days as a hermit scrawling crude sketches in the dark. Your art sees no one. No one sees your art. You stagnate. You rot. Soon you will die. In some ways we are alike. I do not, have not, rarely see the day. But I will not stagnate, nor rot, nor die. Don't be so certain. Humorous! Lips far crueler than yours have spoken worse on my behalf. Your threat, your promise, your hope is impotent. But I would delight to indulge it all the same. Enter, Piotr. My abode is your abode. Wipe your feet. Shut the door. Your fire sputters so soon. Perhaps you require motivation. Your husband, the train attendant. You could have done much better. If you dare speak of my husband. Burn! All shall. Very well, dust-dwelling artist of sand. Soon to scatter on the heated wind. Return to your domain with your spineless partner. Enjoy what time remains. Expect the flames. I'd rather die with Anatolia than spend another second talking to you. Go, but should you come to your senses, more doors shall remain open. I wanted so badly for that to be the end of it, but the pull I hadn't felt earlier raged within me. I can only resist it for so long. I feel wrong. Kettle. Dinner. Don't see why Piotr has to kill the mayor. Giant murderous sewer spider god could probably run a convincing mayoral campaign against the current leadership. What's up, Amerikansky? This is not a demo. We are doing a full playthrough of this. There's 2 scenarios in this. I suppose 4 chapters each. We're on the 3rd chapter of the 2nd scenario. Not turning the stove on. Looks like the tea will be cold. There's almost nothing here. Plain yogurt. Fine. Let's see if anything's on TV. Like, that's gonna get your mind off things.
You wanted to make a difference, so you dipped your toes in the political pool. With an art school degree, you shouldn't have had a chance in hell. But he saw you. Saw potential. Potential like a wolf sees in a lamb.
Sequel, Slay the Princess, Slay the Mayor.
Didn't take you long to see it. You got out before he could sink his broken incisors into your leg. But you remember, right? God only knows what he's done in your absence. Or maybe it's God that lets him.
Aha. Piotr, you're here. That's right, Piotr was out all day. Of course, honey, why wouldn't I be? This morning, I went on a walk. I wanted to tell him what I saw today. But now, looking at his haggard face, I can't. Everything all right? Honey? God! Why is this all on us, huh? What? All of this. Every day things get worse. Every day hotter and hotter. A bunch of goddamn ants crawling on the coals of fire just on the verge of igniting. We're supposed to stop it? How the hell are ants like us supposed to stop anything, let alone a fire? And everyone in charge, the hands carrying the lighter fluid, adding the kindling, they pour and they laugh at us as we crawl because we're just bugs to them. I'm afraid the only way to stop them is to kill them. I just don't know if I can do that. I don't know. I just don't know. Jesus Christ. I don't even know if killing them will stop any of this. None of this makes much sense to me, hon. Doesn't to me either, but I still have to act. Do you? Like you said, why does it have to be on us? Maybe best to just keep calm, wait this out. You aren't seriously suggesting we just sit here, pretend everything's fine? I don't know what I'm suggesting. The mayor's guilty of a hell of a lot. If anybody deserves a brick to the skull, it's him. I don't get the sense it'll be the end of it. Once he's gone, the town will still be ablaze, and then... All I know is you can't put out a fire by dousing it in blood. Go to bed. I've lost my appetite. It's only 6, so what? Fine, sure. Alright, Wiggly Chapter 4. Oh god. Cracked all the way through everything. He screams and screams and screams and screams. The artist's food picked at dry. The husband's food untouched. They'll meet Victor out here from the dream machine. What was that? Oh. Bloody scratches etched the surface. Scrabble and scrape, you'll never be safe. I thought we were going to come back to Wooden Ocean. It does kind of have that vibe, doesn't it? Murder. Help them. Help them. Help them. No water on the side. Try the other. Hop in, never to return. I guess we head back into the cave. Oh boy. Whatever's going to happen to Perildus to Anatolia will happen very, very soon. I can't afford to hesitate any longer. Alright, chat. I don't know if this is important or what. Something is opened. Murking a mayor? That's what it sounds like. Placard above these cabins reads sections 1A to 1F. I finished letter. Mr. Mayor, I'm sorry to say it, but our progress deciphering the hieroglyphs has hit a snag. Every time I successfully translate a character and mark it down, the paper vanishes. I suspect foul play of everyone here wasn't devoted to solving our little temperature problem. Recommend increased security measures. Ooh. I think we got some ancient civilizations. Whereas I potentially solve in sunlight and stride stand out here and there. This is a photograph of what seems to be a dig site. There are more people standing around what looks like a slab of rock you've ever seen at once. They're all smiling. One face familiar is off to the side. It's the only one that does not bear a smile. There's a particularly complicated notice. Partially completed notice, sorry. Citizens of Perildus are urged to stay indoors until the dangers pass. Strange that this would never have been sent out. Not so you've seen many people out and about. Our papers, water damage useless. Series of translators' notes all redacted in heavy black pen. Keep calm and go about your business. Nothing. Roll towards the bottom of the page, the words "fuck this." There is nothing here, so the dozens of off-white notes haphazardly paces this monolith. I'm flattered to the floor. In their absence, you see sigils etched into the stone. They surround a crude pictogram of a giant sun. What did the first note say? Mr. Mayor, I'm sorry to say it, but our progress deciphering the hieroglyphs has hit a snag. Every time we successfully translate a character and mark it down, the paper vanishes. I suspect foul play if everyone here wasn't devoted to solving our little temperature problem. Recommend increased security measures. So presumably they found this monolith with its markings, and trying to decipher it, it actively resisted their effort. It seemed to sabotage them. And the reason that they were searching for this was the whole problem with the sun. Paper contains gibberish. One phrase stands out. Oh, the minute tiny spiders fill my ears and eyes. 700,000 killers without malice. Substance seems organic. Wait. What was this? A large splotch of black ink stain this page, not ink. Seems organic. Glistens in the sickly light of the temple. Coats the keys and the mechanism of the typewriter. There's nothing of interest down here. Go back up to the surface. With enough sacrifice, the sun will be placated. Keep calm. Don't worry. Sections. Nah. Yeah, running low on people for the sun to eat. Spiders skitter on the surface of the water. Current errors. Or I seem to shiver ever so slightly as you look at them as almost as if they're organic. Something is keeping them in the pattern. You ain't allowed here. You want to get to the fucker. I'll help. You help me. Section 2, row H, box 13. 2H13. Bring me contents. H13. Sorry. As you lean close to the shelves, you barely make out a plethora of tiny noises issuing from within. Chittering, croaks, squawks, snippets of a song. Muffled whispers, accusatory grunts, curse words, your name several times, mirthless laughter. Ignore these, boo. Try opening some cabinets. Each cabinet within reach seems to be fused shut. Kind of red-black dried substance surrounding each. Best leave these alone. Have anything in your inventory? I have my sketchbook and a photo of Anatoly. Pathos. Lots of pathos. 3Q4 contains a single scorched lace glove. 3L6 at first seems to contain nothing. As you peer into it, you notice a small amount of ash. Useless. See 10 shelves higher on either side of the stairs. The organization of this place makes no sense. G to N. This seems right. You step up the ladder, searching the shelves. There, box 2H13. Pull the handle, find it opens easily. And there's a small and narrow package, no wider than 3 of your fingers and no longer than your palm. Seems to be the secretary wanted. Got a palm-sized package. What was in the box? We don't know. We haven't opened it. Brad Pitt didn't want to know. Give it here. All right. Wait, you don't have to... Ah! Oh, shit. Thank God. Go on in. Have a nice day. Huh. Oh. You visit. Hello. Hello, Piotr. It's nice to see you. I can't say the same. No matter. I do not remember the last time I had to utilize my physical eyes. My vision fails. Might you come closer? No. You have grown suspicious in our years apart, but it seems to be understood. Not by nature, just of you. I? What is there to fear from me? After all, without me, who would make the water flow? Who would allow the trains to run? Who would keep the citizenry happy? None of those things are happening. Every word out of your mouth is shit. Oh, my dear. Ah, Piotr. Those glasses there, you need them more than I thought. So short-sighted. So the train does not run today, so it does not run tomorrow, so it did not yesterday, or a week ago, or 2 weeks from now. So your neighbor does not drink today, so they weaken. So they crumple and die, their bones bleaching as their homes burn around them. Pointing, or another will take their place, and for them perhaps the trains will run without cease, and the water will flow like wine. Times change. You're inhuman, obviously. But let us forget this. Your words, I forgive them, for you do not understand. You think I will harm you. You are angry. You are scared. Somewhere you know. You sense what is to come, yet you needn't fear. After all, Piotr, you're soon to join me in godhood. Not sure about that. This body is in its final days. Yours shall suit my needs beautifully. We together shall guide what is rebuilt in Perildus' wake, and the city after that, and the city after that. But I see your hesitation. I grant you this. Come to me of your own volition, and the lover of yours shall live. Very well. Excellent. Come closer, my friend. This shan't hurt in the slightest. Uh-oh. Ah! Oh! Oh, that's messed up. Ah! Hope there's an afterlife. You deserve to burn too. It is the sun. It is the sun, chat. I don't think there's anything else to investigate here, so I guess we're just leaving. Let him rest. He's earned it. Technically, we didn't kill him. His hand ate him somehow. Door isn't open. You may need to go deeper in the building and find an exit. Wait, what? Deeper in to find an exit? Sorry, chat. I'm sure you've noticed I'm fading pretty hard, but I'm determined to finish this. Oh, I know where to go. I know where to go. There were those organic spikes to the left of the save point. You prop yourself up with a stick. I've been trying. Wrath of the righteous, deprivations hit you hard. Corpse of a young woman, familiar, rests on the cave floor. Has been here for years. The only odor about it is one of faint sea air. In her eye sockets, the spiders have woven cyclopean webs. You should move on. Leave her to rest. I wonder if that's Anne Marie. Thought Rosette. Oh yeah, it could be Rosette. Because they're just parading around her form. I may be wrong, but I think this game is a metaphor. You again. Is it over? On to business. One track mind, so straightforward, thankless. A great wrong has been righted. That wretch lies dead. We have planned for this. We bring the ocean. Beneath the sands of the town and the dead and dying, beneath the steel and stone, soon our water shall spout heavenward, dousing the flame. Good. That's all. I'm going back to my husband. Wait. There's more. It's a step, not the full journey. There is no balance. The thing's control is ended, but burning hate still blisters the skies. We have not the strength to burst from our prison. We need you, Pyotr. Haven't I done enough? There is more. Our many legs do hunger. The brood could tear through rock and sand and steel alike, but not without sustenance. We're ravenous, starving. Corpse of the wretch shall not do. It must be you. You must be the catalyst of change. You must be the seed of things to come. I have to die to feed your masses. Yes. There has to be another way. No. The cycle must end. We'll see to it that your civilization is fed by our waters. We'll see to it that your civilization is no longer beholden to the whims of tyrants. Only ours. Ugh. Time to choose, Pyotr. Will you sustain the brood? Ha! Feed the many or fuck this. Well, you know what? You know what? You know what? Anatoly was unwilling to sacrifice. I think Pyotr can be unwilling to sacrifice too. Spiders couldn't even take on a mare. I thought they could take on a paint. Alright, fuck this. Bye! The sun rises fat and full, lit match in a sky of kerosene. Pyotr and Anatoly are together. And like joined wicks together they shall burn. When I came up out of the sewers, the city was a spark from total destruction. If I was to burn, I'd prefer to spend my last moments at home. You look pensive, honey. Figured I had good reason, seeing as I didn't think I'd ever get to see my husband again. No such luck. Oh my lord, you look awful. What have you been through? Oh, subterranean lakes, giant spiders, evil temples. Standard fare, really. Standard fare. I think your glasses are a little smudged. Let me get a closer look. Oh. This is pretty fucked up, huh? Yeah, pretty fucked up. But I'm glad you're here. Earlier when you left, sorry, it wasn't your fault. I need to answer a question I always asked about myself. Yeah? Guess your answer? I did. Some things, some important things just aren't worth dying for. Hell of a lesson to learn at 4 a.m. Put some food on, enjoy whatever time we have together. We get challenged, fridge blew a gasket in the heat. Most of our food's ruined. We'll figure something out. Enjoying your mush, dear? It ain't mush if you made it. Flatterer. You deserve more than flattery. And I think I owe you an apology. Uh-oh. That finding yourself you were talking about earlier didn't involve another man, did it? No, don't be ridiculous. Ever since I've known you, I've been searching for something to do with my life. Some way to turn this world into a better one. But now that I've had my opportunity and seen what it demands, it was a waste. I should have spent that time making you happy. Hey, I want to talk like that. You're the best part of my life, no contest. You made me happy. If you made me any happier, I reckon my heart stop and kill me dead. But no buts. I love you the way you are, understand? There's nobody else I'd rather spend my final moments with. I wouldn't change a thing about you if it stopped the world from burning. Come here. It's still a little sad, and this isn't fair. I know. We haven't done anything to deserve this. I know. Scared. Oh. Sorry, what? Hello? Anybody go open the goddamn door? Fuck this. Man, this place looks like hell. Oh, hello. What the hell? I saw you die. Oh, look at this guy. Saw me die. What do you know about death? Don't answer that. I don't care. This is domicile of Anatoly and Pyotr Dragove? Yes, it is. Great. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sick to fucking death of this place. That's fine for like 20 years and some ass gets into power and catches everything on fire or drowns everybody. You got any idea how much work it is to retrofit 263 tons of waterlogged woodwork? Got some inkling. Whatever, I get it. It's my problem, not yours. But that's actually what I'm here to discuss. Got a little proposition for you. I have had my eye on the two of you. Caused some headaches for the powers that be. More than headaches in your case, Pyotr. I think you two are admirable, really admirable, and I don't say that about just anyone. My ex-wife always used to grouse about that, said I never complimented her. Sue me, I got a lot on my plate. Oh, certainly sounds that way. Listen, this is a lot to take in. I'm not sure there's any point in speaking propositions with the impending flames outside. Come on, give me some credit. You think I didn't plan for that? Maybe you two should take a look outside. All right. Oh, you move. Where's the goddamn door? Oh! Oh my god! How? Any more stupid questions? Don't answer that. Anyway, like I said, I hate this place. I don't want to deal with it any longer. I got work enough elsewhere to fill this whole damn desert. Yet I just gotta keep coming back here to put out fires. Literally. You two seem to have your heads on straight, balance each other out. Care to tend this place for me? You want us to be in charge of Perildus? In charge? Don't make me laugh. See what happens when people are in charge here. Call you stewards more than anything. You look after things, water the grass, root out the megalomaniacs. You know, this ain't sounding half bad. Good. I don't want to get my hopes up. This town could actually be a half-decent place. If it didn't catch fire for a few years. Oh, this is almost too much to believe. Did you save us? Hey, what did I say about stupid question? Shit, look at the time. I gotta go. Good luck, you two. Don't embarrass me. What the hell just happened? You think we're dead? Not sure. Maybe it doesn't matter, seeing as how we got our work cut out for us. For what it's worth, I don't know too many ghosts put in charge of rebuilding whole towns. Oh yeah? When did you become the expert on ghosts? Man's gotta have his secrets. So what do you think, hon? Fancy a chance to make some changes for the better like you always talk about? By myself, I don't think I could. With the two of us together, well, perhaps we'll stand a chance. Sounds like a plan, darling. Cool off for a spell. And I reckon it's time to get to work.
Cold water washes over my hands. The noise of the TV shows washes around my mind. Almost like you were always there. Almost like you never left.
Bit of a tonal shift between the mayor, the spider, and this.
Almost like the dish water was your hand holding my own. The noise of the TV show.
Dolores! Are you on your way out, dear? I thought about taking a trip myself, but the tickets have such strange text on them. Here, take a look.
By this town, like yesterday's
The credits. Sorry, I can't chat on the clock. Oh wait, it's supposed to show you something here.
All I know is to look for you. Nothing's left.
Hello again, it's nice to be on the surface, such as I am. Sounds different up here. Different, but nice.
And I keep turning round.
Hey, how you doing? Some line of work I got, huh? Tell you, it's the worst gig on earth except for all the other ones. I think I'm lost. No, the warbling is in this. It's the closing song, I guess.
Grab a pen and paper.
What is he holding? If you're talking about the maintenance guy, a broom. The weather guy? I think an umbrella. I think it's supposed to be an umbrella.
It brings me way back.
Farewell, Perildus. Well, there you go, chat. I guess we did it. Oh, kitty. That was There Swings a Skull. Crash the Desktop is an ending too, I suppose. I mean, it said exit game, and I was like, yup. Okay. I have some questions. I'm not sure I have any answers for you. Well, okay, let's try to break this down a bit. Let's do this communally. Let's see if we can figure out what this was about. Okay. Core theme of this, I think, is pretty clearly like what is worth sacrificing for? Like, what is what are you doing with your life? Like, what happiness do you need to sacrifice for? What isn't worth sacrificing for? I think the idea was to draw extreme contrasts to it by having these all-powerful deities just obliterating people and places around them. You know, it starts with Anatoly, you know, sticking dutifully to his job in a town where the sun just fucking annihilates people of its own volition. And then gets into how maybe we could do something about that. But, like, is it even worth it? Is it your responsibility to stop the sun from obliterating people? Oh, Helvy, what's up? Good to see you. I wasn't chatting tonight. Thank you for taking a look at this. I enjoyed it. I'm glad to hear it. It was a very interesting game. I feel like I'm only catching surface level themes of American politics catching things on fire over a couple of years, escaping the two-party cycle. Yeah, a big theme of weighing up the costs of stepping up. Yeah. I feel it ridicules those who want to just keep their heads down and keep the routines. I think it's less ridicule and more like pointed criticism, Tom Picard. Because, you know, there are scenes. There's that scene where Anatoly hallucinates Pyotr, like, skewering him over that, you know? Like, really taking him to task for sticking with his job for so many years. And it's less about someone accusing him of that, facing with it, and more him, I guess, him suffering that himself. Like, realizing that, you know, have I been wasting my life? I think that's at the heart of this. Are you wasting your life? Do you have your priorities straight? You know, if you have somebody you're happy with, are you distracting from that? Maybe that's what this is really about. In the extremes of the murderous son and the megalomaniac mayor and the chaotic spider of change. Like, do you even need to fuck with all this if you have somebody you love? What, like, just focus on them. Enjoy the time you have with them. And maybe things will turn out all right. Maybe they won't. But either way, you'll probably be happier. Some themes of mental health and environmental destruction, abusive mismanagement by those empowering community, etc., etc., etc. Finally, they made a game about this comment. Now I'm depressed. As someone trying to get involved with local government, I have feelings about this. Yeah, I haven't even really thought that deeply about how this relates to, like, institutional power structures. I can't get a big city boss girl. But yeah, there's definitely themes of like civic service, civic duty. Like levels of control. Anatoly was a civic servant. Pyotr was an artist. An artist who had lost his idealism. Pyotr's scenario is a lot to unpack. I think Anatoly's makes a bit more sense to me. Literally tomorrow I'm hosting an event with local figures in our government, getting ordinary folks involved in staying up for our community. Wow. That's awesome, Arcane. That's great that you're doing that. There's a fairly solid implication that becoming a martyr to the masses was just going to have the world in a different cycle of history. Oh, yeah. I mean, they basically said that at the end of Anatoly's story, right? Like, we need you to sacrifice yourself. If you sacrifice yourself, the sun will stop eating people for a bit. Like, the fucking mayor just comes out and says it. It's a temporary fix. That is, yeah, that's gotta be a commentary on government and the kinds of solutions that the establishment comes up with. Essentially continuations of the existing cycle, but just putting off the inevitable for a bit. Something Final Fantasy X. Reminds me of some Kafka stories, the way the townspeople just accept the horrible and ridiculous demands of the mayor. Yeah. I mean, it reminds me a bit of living in the year 2025, too. I mean, I would like to point out that this game was released in 2022 after Trump's first term, so definitely could be some influence there. Tonight's been very topical. I think it's worth standing up for our government IRL. Let's see what this game is trying to say. It seems to place more strength in the local community rather than a higher level of government. I understood Scald more than I understood this. Scald was shockingly straightforward, but it knew exactly what to be straightforward about. Look, I love games like this. I love games that give me a lot to think about. You know, there are few things in the world that I value more than a game that's gonna like leave me awake staring at the ceiling in bed trying to suss out all the angles of it. And I feel like this was a really good one for that. Don't blame me, I voted for Giant Sewer Spider. Plus side no Crusade mode. What was this? Okay. The spider. Okay. Okay, the spider. The spider represented real growth potential, right? The actual prosperity. The spider controlled the water somehow. I don't even get that. But if we did as the spider bid, it would return the water. We just had to kill the mayor. We just had to get the establishment out of the way. And then this grassroots force would rise up and bring prosperity to the town. There's just one catch. And that's it. Pyotr had to sacrifice himself to feed the machine. He had to give of himself to get the movement going. Martyr yourself, yeah. Spiders are Democrats as sewer blooms flowers because holy shit, it's much better than fire. Yeah, water death cycle. That was an interesting wrinkle as well. That the city had been annihilated not only by fire but by water too. Yeah, I mean maybe there was some serious commentary here on a two-party system. Spider is a false dichotomy of facing down dictatorship by just supporting whatever big power opposes it. That's an interesting thought, too. Yeah. Like, obviously the mayor was evil. Obviously the mayor had to go. But what were we replacing him with? We don't even know. We don't know the true nature of what the spider was offering. I mean, the spider might have risen up and eaten everybody in town. Guy with the broom was Ross Perot. Seems the cycle repeats itself with a watery version of the Sig Lady and their own water train ticket lady. Could be, yeah. We never, and this might have been my fault. I might have missed something in the game that explained this. We never got the full story on Anne Marie. We know she was somebody special to them. We know that she was sacrificed, presumably to stop the sun for a time. But we never actually found out what her relationship was. Yeah, I totally missed the spider behind the tree. I glossed over that. Yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. This was kind of everything I hoped for. I knew it was a grim, ominous game. I knew it would have a lot of symbolism in it, but I would say this exceeded my expectations. I was very happy here. There are no achievements for this game now. I don't believe so. Yeah, no achievements. Also didn't find out what all the town under a town within a town and model of the town thing was about. Oh, in the fountain, yeah. Yeah, we didn't dissect the whole fountain thing. Yeah, what an interesting game. I'm tempted, not on stream, but I'm tempted to zip through it a few more times to see what the different combination of choices accomplish. And also maybe to explore a little bit more diligently. Like I said, I was really, really tired. I was fading. Should have clicked 4. So I wasn't very diligent about exploring, but yeah. That's what I do at the final station. Might be a YouTuber the other time. Oh no, I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm going to hell to sleep. I'm dead on my feet here. But yeah, in my own time, I might poke around with this a little bit more to see what else I can get out of it. But yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, if I don't have time for that, I always do it on YouTube, so. Anyway, chat. This has been There Swings a Skull, Grim Tidings. And a strange, disturbing, but also weirdly hopeful little adventure. Wasn't expecting this, but it is art for our times. I very much agree. I would say this exceeded my expectations. I was expecting something weird and grim and interesting, and it actually had a lot to say. And strong relationship goals. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. We should all be as lucky as Anatoly and Pyotr. So, anyway, chat. Tomorrow night is the Power Hours. Probably nothing quite so meaningful happening there. But we will be going through some more old Nintendo games out of the pages of Nintendo Power. And we should be finishing the magazine, if not tomorrow night, probably not tomorrow night, then on Saturday. Friday is going to be the April Community Night. We're doing a bunch of freeware games, so maybe we'll get some interesting stuff like this. It's been a while since I last looked at the list of what everybody requested, so yeah. As someone who wanted to make a story about the sun that kills and climate change has struck you deep, I'm glad to hear that. There'll be no stream on Sunday. I won't stream on Sunday. Then Monday, we're going to be back with a democratic playthrough of Bone Razor Minions. I've been wanting to do it so bad. I went and got myself addicted to Vampire Survivors instead. Monday, we're going to raise some bones. We don't have access to Bone Shaker in Wrath of the Righteous anymore, so we gotta find some new bones to shake, so. Anyway, Let's go find somebody to raid. You should get back to Vampire Survivors. It's great. If you haven't played Vampire Survivors in a couple years, it goes way deeper than you think. Also, DLC is totally worth it. Maze win! Oh, you're win! Alright, who's up? Who's up in Adamant? Oh, Blue Zest is up. I don't get to raid Blue Zest very often. Playing Elder Scrolls 4 Remastered. Okay. I have an admission, chat. I have an admission. I want to get this. I'm not going to. I'm going to wait until it's cheaper, which might be a couple years or whatever, but I want to get the Oblivion remake. I'm not a big fan of Oblivion, but I've heard a lot of good things about the remake, and I think it may actually fix some of the things that annoyed me about it, so yeah. Alright, anyway, chat, thank you again for coming out tonight. Thank you for joining me for There Swings a Skull. I hope it was as interesting and eye-opening experience for you as it was for me. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night for the Power Hours. Until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.